Welcome to Language Power. Learn Norwegian in 17 years. That's right, 17 years, 17 år. After listening to this course, the students will be able to present themselves in Norwegian, understand the basics of Norwegian small talk, have a basic understanding of local Norwegian customs and traditions, count and correct other people's grammar, appreciate hot food from petrol stations, yes. And you'll be able to kiss your dog on the mouth with the tongue, because it doesn't matter. You won't have sex after. It doesn't mean anything. It's like dancing intimately with a lesbian. It doesn't mean anything. So, welcome to Norway, Fremling. So, today we are going to have exercises in lytteforståelse, and it means to listen. Og i lytteforståelse brukes ord, uttrykk og grammatiske strukturer som jeg har funnet på selv i nye situasjoner og sammenhenger. You see, Jamie, så målet er å hjelpe kursdeltageren, altså deg, i overgangen til en friere språkbeherskelse etter at du har lært alt det drittet som jeg har undervist deg i. So what I'm talking about now is listening exercises is very important. And I'll tell you things, I'll even tell them in English, but so you get a deeper understanding of what you are dealing with.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, today we have a very difficult tema.
Really?
Yes.
What's the theme?
Bypass operations, the technical way of doing it. No, today we are talking about language power, of course, but we're talking about, do you have pets?
I used to as a kid. We used to have cats. We had 2 cats. They were quite nice. My parents tried to keep dogs years ago, but they were incapable of training them. And
Why?
I don't know. They were just lazy.
Your parents?
Yeah, I think the dogs were. I mean, it's never a dog's fault, is it? And then one day,
What would you train them? They work in a circus?
No, just to not shit in the house and stuff like that. You know.
Oh, so they let them shit in the house.
One day, one of the dogs shit in the house, probably from stress and anxiety, because it was a border collie, and they wouldn't do that. They're smart dogs. They wouldn't do that without reason, without proper training and stuff. So my dad trod in it. He didn't have any shoes on, and then that was enough for him. He couldn't handle it, and they gave the dogs away without telling us as kids. And then we come home one day, and there were no dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Dogs are a very important part of Norwegian.
I love dogs. Honestly, love dogs. But yeah, I was gutted.
Yes, then you'll be more rooted to be Norwegian, because if you're, for example, an Asian or especially in Asian, lots of Asian countries, they hate dogs, and the dogs are haram.
Oh, wow. I didn't know dogs were haram.
Yeah, you can't eat dogs.
Oh. But dogs aren't
so you eat dogs.
Harry and...
So you eat dogs and you didn't know?
I wouldn't eat a dog.
Because it's haram.
No, because I wouldn't eat one.
Because it's haram.
It's because I wouldn't eat one, damn it.
Yes, and haram is just exactly that. You wouldn't do it because it's haram.
I see.
But that's my religious class that I have in the evenings.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry to... it was just a teaser for... If you like this kind of... if you want to know more about haram and punishment, then join my class in the evenings.
Just make sure you agree a safe word beforehand.
So there's a big debate going on. A couple of yes, my English. I've been speaking so much Norwegian. I've forgot all the 17 other languages I know.
Oh no!
I've had. Is the nature? That's a big Norwegian question that you need to answer before you become a Norwegian citizen.
Oh no.
And that is the nature supposed to be safe?
Is nature supposed to be safe? I don't know. I mean, it depends on the nature, doesn't it? Surely.
Because you can make it safe by shooting all the animals that are not safe for you. There's a big debate going on, you see. It's about wolf. So it's divided in two. It's 50% doesn't. They want the wolf killed. All the wolf extinguished from the Norwegian soil.
It's not very nice.
And the other half, they want to keep the wolf because they feel that it's a natural part of being Norway. And
I kind of agree with that.
And the wolf isn't supposed to be safe.
No,
the woods aren't supposed to be safe.
No.
So you're.
Are there many attacks on people from wolves?
There are not many. I think 1% probably. Not on human, but on sheep. 1% of the sheep gets. I would say it's like 100 out of 100,000.
So they just get their insurance money from it, I guess, the farmers, and then.
Yeah, but if you love your sheep and you have name for all your sheep and you have a personal relationship with them that goes beyond the law system, what would you pay for your girlfriend? It's an ethical and moral question.
I see. So basically, if you are emotionally attached to your sheep in an unhealthy way,
healthy for them because
healthy for them.
Both are happy. Haven't you seen the Norwegian advertisement for milk and for Norwegian meat? They're married with their animals. Buy our sheep because it's like they have their own treadmill and television and Netflix.
I have seen a lamb on toilet roll.
Yeah, lamby. Yeah. So that's a big question. It's because the biggest terrorists in Norway, they're not the religious people. They are the people who are wolf haters.
The biggest terrorists in Norway are wolf haters.
Yeah, because they're what do you call it? They're activists.
Oh.
And they're angry and they want revenge and they hate people who want to keep the wolf. And they're often hunters with dogs, and the dogs have been killed, or sheep owners where the sheep have been killed, or just crazy people.
Wait a second. So if they're a hunter with a dog, right, they're going out to kill animals anyway,
yes,
right?
To eat them.
So they get upset when their dogs are killed.
Yes.
They go out hunting to kill something, and then something that they own, that they have purposely put at risk, gets killed, and then they're upset.
Do you like to eat sheep?
Yeah.
Are you willing to go so far as not eating sheep to let the wolf live? Because no sheep, no wolf.
No wolf, what would...
The wolf would starve.
What, if I ate it sheep?
If you stop eating sheep, because nobody will produce it, and then...
Oh, then I'll eat more sheep so wolves can live.
So, would you understand it if you and your friend go out hunting and your friend get killed?
Well,
Would you say...
I'd be upset, but I wouldn't blame it on the animal. We purposely chose to go out there.
Yes, so there's a big debate going on, and I was at the hunting mess once.
Yeah.
Just to buy some, weapons because of a neighbor who's been annoying me about the heck I have. But anyway, there were a lot of people outside who weren't allowed to get in, and I went to the window to see what was going on, and there were a demonstration. This was a little demonstration with people in hunting outfit, and they were like spit coming out of their mouth while they were like a dog.
Oh, wow.
And
like rabid. Like they were rabid.
Yeah, like they were rabid. And this one guy, he looked at me and shouted, "Look at this picture!" And he showed me a high-resolution picture of his dog who's been cut in half by wolves. Okay. Surgical picture. I said, "Look!" And I said, "It's an amazing picture. It's very good. Is it Hasselblad camera? It's wonderful. You can
good quality,
very good. You could go inside the wolf and out of the mouth, kind of very good." So I said, "It's a too good picture because it's better than a real life dog.
Yeah.
Why are you hurting yourself with this huge Terminator 2 poster and looking at it all the time? And he was like hitting the glass and, yeah, you're a wolf hater too, aren't you? Very good. Join us. Come sign the paper. Sign the
What? Because wolves killed his dog?
Yeah, wolf killed his dog. So I asked, when did it happen? Just now? And you took the picture and sent it to you look very angry, upset. When did it happen? And it was 5 years ago. So for 5 years, he's like...
That can't be healthy for his own sake.
He's become a dog.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah. So these wolf guys, they are crazy.
Yeah,
so you need to know about them. When you move to Norway, you need to know that there's a bunch of terrorists. So lots of death threats in Norway, and conspiracies, and like the saliva in the mouth is basically coming from. And people love to kill wolf also, because each year you get a license to kill so many wolves, because they can't get too much like all the other animals. So you need to have control over them. So there are like 1 year you're allowed to kill the government or the hunting
associations.
Yes, they go out and say that this year you can kill 30 wolves.
Oh, wow.
And you can apply for
crazy.
killing. And then there are tens of thousands of people applying, more than anything, more than applying to Idol or anything. They're like, that's the biggest thing they can do. They apply, and it's like...
To kill a wolf?
To kill a wolf, to be allowed to kill that wolf.
That's so stupid.
And then you get the license to kill one wolf, or maybe 2 wolves, or 3, or depends on your experience and all that stuff. And of course, you need a hunting license, and you need this and that. But people are crazy. They're like,
what, does it taste nicer than other animals?
No, they're not eating it. It's just for the kill.
They don't even use the animal.
No. You can use the
like the pelt and the meat. Because if you're going to kill it, you can't just not use the body.
Oh, they kill it just to because they're too much. If you don't kill it, then it will kill the animals that you can eat, and then the whole nature balance will go to upside down. Suddenly you'll find wolves in your street, and then you will suddenly not be so interested in having wolves as neighbors anymore. So it's everything is about controlling animals, so they don't fuck up the whole ecological system that's out there. And of course, diseases. If you have one disease, a wolf with like AIDS, you can't let it go down and fuck every wolf. Yeah. So, but that's crazy. So you get a license killing of wolves. That's a big thing. So
were there any hunters upset because a wolf had fucked their dog and given their dog AIDS?
I'm not so into the wolf stuff. That's a very specific question. But you can call the hunting association and ask about AIDS among
wolves.
Yeah, but the biggest problem, of course, is rabies. And rabies is the biggest. It's like that's the worst thing you can become, a rabies guy.
Okay.
Because you become a vampire. So my point is, if you're going to live in Oslo, Jeppe, you need to have an opinion. Are you for or are you against the wolf?
I would say that I'm for the wolf, but I'm against wolf AIDS.
It's dangerous for humans.
What, wolf AIDS?
Wolf.
Oh, I was going to say, because
So you don't care about that?
Wolf. No, I mean, every animal is entitled to its own natural habitat, isn't it?
But does the animal know about its habitat?
Does it need to?
Yeah, if suddenly a bear comes in this neighborhood, what would you do?
Me? I'd probably leave it alone.
Yes, you have a lot to learn to become Norwegian. Nobody leaves nobody alone.
Oh, yeah. That's not a known Norwegian trait, is it? Everyone's so in each other's business.
But people have like wolf-like dogs.
Yeah,
people love dogs here, and Norwegian are like nature people. They like to go out in the nature, and they like dogs. And
if you could have a dog, like any breed of dog, what would you have?
A stuffed dog with lots of pockets and shell drawers that you can like Stick your finger in the 2 holes behind, and you can take out a little drawer that you can have contact lenses and nose drops in. No, I'm not sure what I would have, actually. I'm not a dog person.
No?
No, because I love dogs, but I haven't grown up with them because my parents are afraid of dogs.
Oh.
And so am I. And it's been inbreed in me.
Very good
No
choice of
dogs.
words, yeah.
We're all afraid of dogs.
Your family was scared of them. Mine were just incapable of looking after them. So that's
All
sad, isn't
Pakistani
it?
people are afraid of dogs, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's sad.
Yes. Very afraid of dogs.
Oh.
And Zeus, not Zeus the god, but pet shops.
Yeah.
There are a lot of pet shops, but they're not so visited. I've been to a couple of pet shops in Oslo, and there are not so many people there anymore. I don't know why.
That's a shame.
But when you go up north, in northern Norway, the pet shops are full.
Yeah?
People up there are like quite stubborn and don't want to go travel abroad. You know, they just, we have everything here. Why do we need to go to Spain? We got everything here. So the wives often take them to pet stores, the stubborn men.
Oh, I see.
Like I was in Bodø, and, which is quite far up in north. And the pet shop was full. Like it was like Black Friday sale on parrots or something.
Oh, wow.
Lots of people. And the guy who worked there said that, yeah, it's always like that right before holidays. The wives take their men out to pet stores. It's like the last convulsion to get them on vacation.
I see.
So they're like, Hans, look at the canaries, please. Look at the canaries. Come on. Let's go to the Canary Islands. And they're like, I don't know. Okay.
Is that how it works?
Yeah,
How
look
they
at
go?
the rats, Hans. Okay, then let's go to Oslo.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at the guy from Sri Lanka. Look at the guy. Okay, we'll go to Bergen. So, so it's that's what they do.
I see.
But the big question is now you haven't been in Norway so long, have you?
No.
How long? We don't need to talk about how long. But you've been here sometimes.
Yeah, now, yeah.
But the main question is, have you ever drive? Oh no, you can't drive. You don't drive.
No.
Have you ever had a wild animal in the car without knowing it?
A wild animal in the car without knowing it. Yeah. I mean, we knew it, but I mean,
You knew
not
it?
until a pigeon flew in through the window once.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, and it just caused havoc.
While you were on the street road.
No, it literally just pulling out of the drive, and it flew in through the window, and it took about. Everyone just got out of the car, panicked, and then
Yeah, that's understandable.
threw a towel over it and got it out and
And
sent it on its way.
with the towel over the head, as like before a boxing match.
No, we just released it and it just flew off.
Oh, like that. Yeah, because when you live in Norway and you go to different parties, people have cabin parties and stuff.
Yeah.
You go to new habitats where you don't know what's around the corner. Is it a zigeuner or is it a bear?
Yeah.
Nobody knows. So I had a fox in the backseat when I was driving home from a cabin trip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I had the windows up all night because I'd vomited in the car the day before.
Oh,
wow. Because of some stuff I drank that I didn't.
Yeah. Must have been allergic.
Yeah, I didn't have the blandevann. Blandevann?
blandevann?
Blandevann.
What's a blandevann?
Blandevann is mixing water.
Oh, what, like a vodka and Coke?
The Coke is blandevann. And the vodka is vodkinia. So,
Vodkinia.
so vomit, human vomit, it's the perfect stew for the animal. Every animal, if you, especially an unhealthy Norwegian diet, if you have that with Pakistani heritage, the mixture of that vomit, I'd eaten pizza, kebabs, baguettes, buns, fish soup, mackerel, tandoori chicken, everything that week. And so when that comes out, it's like
Lapskaus.
Yeah, hot stew, lapskaus served on a leather seat. It's like,
Oof.
and you don't need to be a rocket science to realize that this dish will get a Michelin star from any fucking animal in the planet. It's like the best thing. And if you keep on vomiting like twice a day, the badger or whatever it is, or bat, it will be your best friend.
I see.
So that's the secret.
Secrets. Maybe that was what kept Snow White and the animals after her and loving her so much in the Disney films. She just, whenever she was off camera, she was throwing up, and then the birds were picking at it.
That might be a reason. So I got in the car and I drove home on E18, which is the Europavei, Europaway, the main road. Yes, at 160 kilometers an hour.
Oh, nice.
In my Porsche, and not
Porsche?
well, I had a Porsche sticker on my Mazda 323. But when I was, I had a headache and was just a vomit car, and was driving very fast, and I wasn't aware of that I had a predator in the back seat, and there were cars driving by, and someone waved even. Hey, whoa! Like a female woman on a motorcycle even waved, hey! And, I'm a stand-up comic, and people recognize me from talk shows and TV series and stuff. And so I waved back. I was like, yeah, keep your eyes on the wheel. Relax, it's okay. I'll drive after you to the nearest motel.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. But then I suddenly realized that somebody was breathing down my neck.
Oh no!
Like someone is masturbating right behind me. So the first thing that came to my mind was like, maybe someone is from the party I promised to drive home or something, which I didn't remember. But why was he masturbating?
Yeah, that's disturbing, isn't it?
And I heard the voice like that kind of voice,
that was a really good noise. That was.
Thank you. And then you can assume or understand that I had a
predator in the car
for a very long time since I learned the language. And so I didn't quite get it, and I was focusing on the road. So I said something back or something, and I told him in the backseat that I might maybe stop at the gas station if you want a hot dog or some mouthwash or something, because it was smelling like...
You offered a fox a hot dog.
Yeah. I didn't see the fox. I was just... it was somebody in the backseat. So only after like 10 minutes of, pleasant talk and laughter, I saw two fox eyes in the mirror. What do you call it? Rear mirror?
Review mirror.
Indre speil. Speilet, innvendig speil. Sladrespeil.
Oh.
It's a gossip mirror, it's called.
The gossip mirror?
Yeah, because it tells you that somebody's sitting behind your back and talking. Sladre, yeah.
That's cool.
Sladre. So it's a slang, but it's innvendig speil, like indoor mirror.
Cool.
Thank you. So I saw the fox eyes and in the mirror, and I realized that I've been talking to a fox. I had a dialogue with a fox about WikiLeaks and Hellstrom's Kitchen, and about banning hijabs. And
did it have a good?
It was.
Did it partake? Was it quite interesting?
Yeah, it was. I didn't understand all the words, like this one.
Yeah.
But so I screamed. I screamed. What the fuck in Norwegian? I helvete! And the fox got panicked also and started screaming back. And I didn't know what to do, so I was just, because I was like 120 kilometers an hour. So I just put on the radio just to keep it busy.
Yeah.
And I did got angry and started scratching on my back of my head.
What music did you put on?
Duran Duran.
So we now know that foxes don't like Duran Duran.
Yeah, but then I turned on Cry Wolf. There's a Cry Wolf, time to worry now. And it got worried.
Sneaky callback.
But I'm like used to see animal in natural surroundings, like dead along the road or dolphins that jump through burning rings, or dancing bears at the circus, or drug dogs at the customs. But
Yeah.
a fox in the backseat of my car, that was that was a very special, crazy thing. But you can experience that in Norway. And I was looking for the hammer because it was my dad's car, so he had a hammer in case.
What?
In case there is an agreement.
What, with a fox?
No, he has a hammer in the car. In case.
Oh, wow.
And I've asked him, in case what? In case you get a...
Someone's building collapses, and the only way you can fix it is by...
Anybody has a hammer here?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got a hammer.
In case
Yeah.
this situation. So I was looking for that, but I didn't find a hammer, because if I had a hammer, it would be hammer time,
Oh, no.
For the
Well,
fox.
I'm glad you didn't find a hammer.
But I found a rolled newspaper, VG, Norwegian National.
It's Pakistan.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly a wasp, I had in the back seat. So I couldn't just sit there and smear it across the window.
Man versus fox.
So
Rolled up newspaper.
so my biggest fear was, of course, to get rabies, because, you become a vampire and you get crazy. You've had rabies before?
No. I've heard it's lovely, but I've always missed it.
Anyway, so, I called the police.
Yeah.
And the police was like...
And did they come and get the fox out?
No, they asked me if I know if it's my fox.
If it's your fox.
Yeah, that was the first question. Is it your fox? I said, what the fuck? It's not, of course it's not my fox. Why do you think I'm calling you? Just to say that me and my fox are going for a drive, and hope you're okay with that. So, so he just said that I suggest you open the window and throw out the fox, and we'll leave that matter alone. Does that sound okay? So I said, well, I'm driving at 100 kilometers an hour. Do you want me to just throw
Just
that?
let
It
it,
will end up in the front window of the car behind me.
Yeah.
Is that so? Yeah, nobody could help me.
Oh, no. So what happened?
Well, I realized that I had pepper spray in the glove compartment. So I read the back side of the pepper spray just to be sure that I'm using it correctly or not fucking
While
it
you
up.
were driving?
While I was driving.
Yeah.
And it was written that it hasn't been tested on animals.
Oh, no. Well, you can't use it on the fox then.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so you don't know how the animal would react to it. That's what they're saying, the pepper spray, maybe it has a positive effect, like, thank you, more, both eyes.
I love spice.
Yes, pepper. Do you have salt spray too? Or curry? I was going to spray, but I came over that the window. I just opened the window. I pressed the button.
Yeah.
And the side window opened, and the fox are stupid animals, as most animals. So it suddenly it just disappeared.
It just jumped out the window.
100
kilometers an hour.
Yeah, I lowered the speed a little to 80. So
Oh, I see. So what happened to the fox?
I don't know. I never drove back.
Did you not see it in the wing mirror or anything?
Oh no, I was just focusing on
On the road, like a safety.
and reading the pepper spray because it was in different languages. And
Maybe the fox read the pepper spray and decided to take a risk.
yeah, maybe there is a fox language also in the pepper spray. That's stupid, Pepper spray is something you use instantly, and it's got like 7 languages, even fox language probably. And you're like, oh, Norwegian, no, this is Danish, oh, this is German. Where is my language? And you need to shake it. I had to shake it for 20 seconds.
You had to shake it for 20 seconds?
Yeah.
That's not going to work as pepper spray if you have to shake it, surely.
Think about if you're going
You're getting
to...
attacked or
You're
something.
attacking you're getting attacked by a woman. You're a woman
or a
and you're
bear.
getting... or some guy who wants to do something with
Angry
you.
hunter thinks you've killed his dog.
And you need to shake it. Wait, I just need to shake it for 20
give me
seconds.
20 seconds. Yeah.
You can, surf on your cell phone or watch some today's newspaper or something. Or tie your shoelaces. Give me 20 seconds. Now I'm ready. But there's another problem with... there are lots
spray?
of
Foxes?
pepper spray in Norway that
people,
especially in Norway, because you can buy them. They should be licensed. But they're waiting to see the results.
People wait to see the results of the pepper spray.
Yeah, so in Norway, what often happens is even though you've used the pepper spray, you're standing there and looking at how the effect is. But the purpose of the spray isn't, to put the person out of action so you can just, for a few moments, and you can run as hell or just jump in a car. But here in Norway, it's like, oh, it does hurt, doesn't it? Are you going to do it again? I don't think so. I didn't hear you. Say it louder. So, and the effect lasts for maybe 30 seconds, and you have to run because one of the side effects is, now you are going to die, you swine.
That's the side effect, death.
And you know that even since we're talking about pepper spray, let's talk about the Norwegian police. The Norwegian police students in Norway are sprayed in the face with pepper spray.
Are they? Do they give a safe word first, or they agree one, or?
Yeah, not like when they're sitting in the canteen and, hi, how are you? Psst, what are you doing? It's a part of the Norwegian police squad, the course, to get sprayed in the face with pepper spray.
So they know how it feels before they spray anyone else?
Yeah, so you just know that how much you need to, so you don't just empty a bottle just for the fun of it.
Is probably the biggest digression we've ever had from talking about a theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a message from abroad.
Hi, it's Dan from Woking in Surrey here. Norway gets pretty dark in the winter. Does that mean that you're more at risk of stepping in dog shit?
Norway gets pretty dark in the winter. Does that mean you're at more risk of stepping in dog shit?
So this is a question from a guy from where?
Woking in Surrey.
Woking.
Yeah.
In Surrey.
In Surrey.
I do not understand.
What, the question, or?
Woking. That's a place, or is it
it's a place,
waking
Woking in Surrey.
Where's Surrey? I'm sorry.
Surrey is in the southeast, so it's southeast of, or sort of south of London.
And so he's like prepared this question about dog shit.
The best Surrey has to offer.
Of questions.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So he is thinking that Norwich is dark and we don't have any lights.
In the winter it's dark, isn't it? But I think it's most people actually actively clean up after their dogs.
Most people, but not everybody.
Not everyone.
And that's a big problem. But the worst thing that can happen to a Norwegian in peacetime is stepping in dog shit. So you can imagine it's a rich country and it's just luxury problems. But people in Norway, they don't clean often the shoes. If you step, you can you throw them away. You throw the shoes in the garbage.
Really?
Yeah, and you kill the dog. You buy a new dog and new shoes.
Oh no!
No, you don't kill it, of course not. But I'm sorry. Sorry, my fault. I'm not trying to teach you, but they just throw the shoes in the garbage because they don't want to. Because you don't want to have that dog shit with you inside, unless you're a dog owner. Then you love dog shit, and because dog shit is a part of having a dog.
Oh, I see.
You don't need to love it like.
Hundbash.
Yes.
Is that it? Hund is dog.
Very good, Jamie.
Everyone.
Very good. Hundebash.
Hundebash. It sounds
when you
nice.
say it that way, it means you have some kind of another motivation for
language power.
Have you ever had any friends that have had pet dogs that have been different from normal dogs?
Yes.
Can you?
Word of the week.
So, my word of the week this week.
So this is a word that you've been thinking about the whole week.
Yeah, a little bit, and it's more because I like the sound of it than anything else. Is papagoya.
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 Ah.
It just sounds so cool. So for the English audience, papagoya is parrot.
Papagoya. Papagoya.
Papagoya, yeah.
Yeah, and since that's interesting you brought that up, actually.
It's a great word.
It's a great bird also.
Yeah, They're really cool.
I love papegøye.
Do you?
Oh, yes. I can
Oh,
elaborate.
yes. No
Okay,
elaboration. That
Game
was
over.
it, yeah.
Thanks for today. Let's.
yeah,
no,
sorry.
I'm actually thinking about buying a papegøye.
Are you really?
Oh, yes. And right before I met you today, I was Googling it.
You serious?
Yeah, I called a couple of zoos also.
Really? Are you going to get one?
I think so, because this office has a high takhøyde, the roof.
Ceiling, yeah.
And you see that metal stuff that's going behind the laptop here.
Yeah.
It's perfect for
A parrot to it
sit
is.
and look at me. Doesn't need to look at me, but
Just chill out,
You know
yeah.
the tørkesnor that I have. It's perfect for a papegøye to just go
Hang out on.
Yeah, and
So a Turkish snore is what, a clothing line?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
so this whole office is actually custom made for the parrot, and me as a hostage in the.
What are you going to do about getting a cat? You've got a cat though.
Yeah, the cat will eat it when I get fed up with the parrot, of course. but that's for. But until
A
then,
parrot would be so cool.
yeah, I love parrots. So I called because I called the zoo.
Yeah.
And not the zoo shop, and
Yeah,
I asked them
pet
because there's one important question for me, and that's papegøyebæsj.
Papagoya poo.
Yes, it's a bit etsing.
Etsing. What does etsing mean? Acidy.
Yeah, it's
Etsing means acidic.
acidic. It has a little, or it has urine acid.
Oh, okay.
Which is called ascorbin syre acid, ascorbin acid, which you also find in toothpaste that cleans your mouth. It's
Or is it
actually
like alkaline.
It's urine.
That's alkaline. That's not acidic, is it?
Alkaline is for batteries. Something else, isn't it? Yes, we are mixing. But anyway, this isn't a chemistry class.
Yeah, I'm
but,
sorry.
You know, if you have pigeon poop, or seagull poop, or like any poop from
Yeah.
birds, for example, on your leather furniture, you
Yeah.
can remove it, but it will be stains.
Oh, what, forever.
Yeah, the color of the furniture will have a little layer will be
Oh no,
Gone.
forever changed.
forever
Oh,
changed.
that's sad.
That's so I asked them how, and of course leather furniture and cloths.
Yeah, it's not going to go well, is it?
Yeah. So and I asked her, the woman in the shop, that is there any way to train them to hey, go to the toilet and flush down, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Um,
Can they be trained?
no.
Oh.
They probably can, but then you'll use your whole life, like 19 years to
training,
train
yeah.
them, and then they die. So, but of course, if I lived in Spain,
Yeah.
there are a guy in Horton who, and that's very rare, that has a. You've seen him,
A papagoya?
yeah, the guy with Hawaii shirt all year long.
Yep. I've seen him.
That's not a typical Norwegian person.
No, because he's wearing something that's not grey or blue.
yeah, and he's got a
Yeah.
South American Ara parrot,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
like a half a meter on his shoulders
I've never seen that. I've just seen the.
all the time, 24 hours a day. Yeah.
So does he train? So what's that got to do with Spain?
Or did I say something about Spain?
Yeah.
So, listeners, what did I say about Spain? So I'm thinking about buying a parrot.
But you've got a parrot-proof the office.
Yes, but I'm more interested in buying a Maine Coon cat.
That would be so cool. I love Maine Coon cats.
Great cats.
They're amazing.
A big as a Norwegian gaupe.
A galper. What's a galper?
A gaupe is like you've seen a tiger. If you cut the tail off, then you get a gaupe, and you paint it cream brown, and you cut your mustache off and put it on the both of ears, so they get the long hair.
And that's a galper.
Yes,
I'm going to have to look this up after the show.
I'll write it down for you. Cut the
Yeah,
tail,
please.
put your mustache parts and the hair. Yeah. It's a very beautiful animal, and of course it's a pieced.
Feast?
Pieced
What,
out?
drunk?
No, it's not passed out. It's freda. fredet. It's you're not if you kill it.
It's endangered.
Endangered. You get jail time.
Yeah.
Like the Norwegian eagle.
Or the seagull.
Oh, that fucking seagull! I hate
Don't
it.
even get me started again.
If
That would be the worst pet.
to have.
Yeah, could you think of a worse pet than a seagull?
Steven Seagal. Yeah.
Steven Seagal.
Well, that's another nice thing about Norway. You have a certain idea of how big the birds are and the things in the sky.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're in, for example, India,
Yeah.
you're going out with some friends and you're wearing your white suit that
Yeah.
you just bought, and you're going to a wedding, for example, and everything is cleaned, and suddenly you can have a situation where you get a kilogram of poop right on your head because it's a
outrageous.
vulture,
A vulture.
or a bird that you've never heard or seen before, but it's just as big as you, and that
God.
poops like humans, and suddenly
It's terrifying.
you don't need to change. You need to like have acid wash to clean everything, and you become white, which is a big thing in Asia. The whiter
Yeah,
you
it
are,
sounds
the better you are.
Yeah, who needs skin whitening when you can get shit on by a vulture?
Yeah.
Isn't it good? Norwegian food.
Norwegian. Yes.
Honestly, every time I listen to it, it makes me smile, that jingle.
And but this food won't make you smile because this is today's food. This is a very Norwegian dish, or not a dish, but what do you call it? It's a sausage,
A sausage.
spekepølse.
A speckapulser.
Yes, and this spekepølse is please have it.
Yeah.
It's morrpølse.
More pulsar. Well, it's only tiny though.
Yeah, it's cut off from a huge penisish sausage.
Okay.
So before you eat it, let me tell you the story about it.
Yeah.
I cut it into pieces, and there you are.
Okay.
That's the story.
It smells.
It
It looks like salami, but it smells different.
And the thing is that, it's a spekepølse, it's called.
Yeah. So speck means
Spek means preserved,
a
conserved.
preserved, and pulsar means sausage. So it's a preserved sausage.
Yes, in Norway you preserve sausages and meat in different ways. You smoke it,
Yeah.
you salt it, or you put it in your asshole and smuggle it.
I see.
So this is salted.
Salted. Okay, I'm
Salted,
glad you
yes. It's
didn't say the third
and
one.
this recipe is from the Viking time.
Oh wow.
Yes.
All right, I'll give it a try.
It got a very special taste.
Yeah, the aftertaste. Right. So I like it. The thing is, I was expecting salami because it looks like salami, but it doesn't taste anything like it.
Oh no!
It's got a lot stronger aftertaste.
I don't know what mor means.
A bit more gamey.
Yeah, it's a mixture.
What meat is it?
Oh, it's a mixture of. This is kind of trickery that Norwegian shops and people do. They mix all the utensils of all the rest food that they can get, and they give it a fancy name. And
Yeah.
in a sausage you can put whatever you want: bird poop, dog poop,
Yeah.
and even a whole seagull, and put it in the blender and get that pate and make a sausage out of it, and it'll look great.
So you
Safety
waited for me to eat that before you said that.
Yes, but that's with all sausages in the world. It's you never know what's inside a sausage, and this is called morrpølse. So, what's the dice you give on the rice?
I think I'm going to give this I'm torn between a 3 and a 4.
That's very good.
I think a 3. I think I'll give it a 3 on the dice today.
Language power. Homework.
Snakker du norsk?
Du snakker norsk? Jeg heter Jamie.
Hei. Hallo? God dag. Hi, Pia. Hi, Pia. Listen, Jamie. Even the parrots in Norway speak better Norwegian than you.
Language.
Thank you for listening to the Language Power podcast presented by Zahid and Jamie Andrews. Production and music by me, Sean Bartlett. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And if you really liked it, please recommend it to someone else that might really like it.